Hey there, everybody. Thomas Wood with Basecamp Trading. It is Thursday, February 16th, and we're going to take a look at bonds here. And setup that we talked about in the trading room. Also sent this out on Twitter and StockTwits this morning. And what we were looking at with bonds was initially we were looking at this range here on a 30-minute price chart. Now, this is why the thing I want you to pay attention to today is the momentum. This is why momentum is so important. So we were looking at this range. We had resistance up at 150 and 16 30 seconds, support down at 150 and 5 30 seconds. All right. But let's go through and take a look at our momentum. So on our 30-minute price chart, momentum, we're putting in higher highs and higher lows right here. So it's climbing. Histograms are getting stronger on the upside and getting weaker on the downside. So you have bullish momentum on the 30s. All right. Now let's take a look at our 60s. You're in the channel here, going into where it had a break lower. You had bullish momentum on the 60s, very strong bullish momentum on the 60s. Okay. Take a look at our 120s. The same thing. Very strong bullish momentum, strong indicator line, strong histograms. Same thing on the 240s. You had bullish momentum. So when you go through and you look at this, we go, all right, we have a channel. However, momentum is bullish across the board. So what does that tell us? Well, it doesn't mean that you cannot take the short trade. Okay, you can still take the short trade. But if you were in the trading room this morning, you heard me talking about the expectations for the trade. We did not expect this trade to follow through very much. Why? Because there was no momentum behind it when it came to break down. We said if it breaks out to the upside, we'll be bullish and we expect a pretty good follow through around 10, 15, 20 ticks or so. If we break to the downside, we don't expect that much follow through because we don't have a lot of momentum. Momentum is not behind the trade. So this is one of the reasons we go in the morning. The very first thing we do in the trading room is we look at all the different markets we're following. And we look at the momentum on all the different time frames. We go, okay, what's the overall momentum picture look like? Then you have a bias. And if you have a bullish momentum bias like we did here, then when you're breaking to the upside, we can expect pretty good follow through all the way up to where we normally have a target, which is, remember, significantly overvalued or upper red price bar segment on the 240-minute price chart, which is right where we stopped today. So if momentum is behind it, we expect to move up to significantly over or significantly under valued on the 240s. If momentum is not behind it, then it's kind of playing it by ear on the shorter time frames. You go drill down to your 500 tick or your 2-minute, and you look at what it looks like down there to see whether or not the strength is behind it when it's moving and when it's going to stall. So that's all I have for you for today. Great job to everybody in the trading room that took the longs on the break above 50 and 16 after it started to climb back up. They worked out really well. Exact same thing for those of you that traded the short though as well, because we managed that properly. At the most, you should have had a 2 or a 3 tick loss. Your gain to the upside would have been break above 16 so you're in it from about 17 or 18, moved all the way up significantly overvalued at 51 and 5. So you had a 2 or 3 tick loss and about a 15 tick gain. So that's all I have for you guys for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the trading room bright and early tomorrow morning. Be on the lookout. Follow me on StockTwits. I'll be sending out an email with a link for you to join a webinar on Thursday or on Saturday of this week. Today's Thursday. On Saturday of this week, where you can come in. It's a free webinar. You'll be able to learn the fundamentals of price action trading, kind of the basics that I teach everybody on how you actually read a price chart, understand the direction of a trend, enter on breakouts within the context of a directional bias based on trend. So that'll be really good. So be on the lookout for that. I'll be posting it here on StockTwits later today. Alrighty, that's all I have for you for today. I'll see you in the trading room bright and early tomorrow morning. And until next time, happy trading.